If you haven't heard of the Moonsprout developed RPG adventure Bug Fables: The Everlasting Sapling, you wouldn't be the only one. This title managed to escape me after its late 2019 release on PC. Little did I know, this is perhaps one of the best RPGs that I've ever played, and I'm not even ashamed to put that in the intro. Bug Fables begins with minimal exposition as you find yourself in a world of bugs. The late queen spent her life searching for an artifact known as the Everlasting Sapling. She passes the quest over to her daughter, who continues the search. Now, resources are put towards finding artifacts that can lead to the whereabouts of the sapling. However, the quest isn't easy and many bugs haven't returned home after setting out on a journey. Enter our protagonists, Kabu and V, who have just met and decided to team up and take on their first dungeon together. On their adventure, they save a fellow bug named Leaf, who isn't really from this generation, literally. Now that the team is a trio, they set off to find the artifacts and get rewarded by the kingdom. The story is charming and full of humor thanks to the colorful cast of characters, including the NPCs you meet along the way. The buildup of events is somewhat predictable, but I don't think the story really hides the fact that something mysterious is happening. Each interaction between the characters is full of some rather funny moments, thanks to the range of personalities in this unlikely trio of characters. Gameplay revolves around exploring towns and dungeons, fighting monsters, and interacting with NPCs. Much of what Bug Fables offers is found by the player, which means talking to people and looking around every corner will reveal secret areas or new items. Taking the time to investigate a part of the town that you haven't been yet, or talking to a random NPC is rewarded with new journal entries, potential quests, or medals that add passive abilities. The world of Bug Fables is presented in a paper-like graphical style similar to Paper Mario. While the game capitalizes on this a bit, such as rolling up the paper to reveal the insides of a story, I don't think the developers took full advantage of it. It was as if the world was paper, but the characters didn't really realize it. Still, the game is beautiful and the presentation makes it all the more whimsical. Even with such an imaginative graphical style, the battles can get pretty challenging. While exploring dungeons, enemies will approach the player to initiate a battle. Battles are turn-based but require a lot of interaction. Each attack features a quick time event where players must press a button or time an action just right to get the most out of the attack. Adding this dose of interaction keeps battles fun and adds a layer of strategy to the fights. Certain characters are needed to cause damage to some enemies. However, this also means that if V is dead and the enemy is flying, well, you're pretty much screwed until V is resurrected or the enemy lands. It encourages the idea that these three characters are a team and each is needed to progress, but it can hinder the experience. Another layer of strategy can be found in other battle features, such as letting another character take an extra turn, with the idea being to wipe out as many enemies in the first round so that you take less damage in the opponent's turn. Missing button presses or not taking advantage of enemy weaknesses can mean a quick game over. Each character also brings with them an environmental skill that allows them to do things like cut grass, freeze water, or throw a boomerang. Yes, this does mean that Bug Fables features light puzzle solving, but the game never really tries to bring progression to a halt while you figure it out. I will say that I wish that there was an option to switch to a character and auto use their ability instead of cycling through them every time. Thankfully, the game features a quick travel system that is represented by an underground mine. How freaking cute is that? There's also some level of customization as you level up and choose how to grow your team, whether it be through HP or learning new skills. When it comes to the Switch release of Bug Fables, I don't think there's a better way to play this game. Taking this adorable adventure on the go with you is a no-brainer, and the entire experience runs great on the handheld or in dock mode. There weren't any dips in quality, and I felt like it rivals the PC version given that I can now take it on my commutes. Bug Fables: The Everlasting Sapling is a game that may look like other RPGs you've played, but it offers an entirely unique and memorable experience. The game's quirky cast of characters fuels this quest through dozens of adventures, while the narrative makes it easy to stay engaged and want to see this story through until the end. Now that the game is on Switch, there's no reason why you shouldn't be playing it. Noisy Pixel is giving Bug Fables: The Everlasting Sapling a 9 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Please read the full review at noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all our future content.